wait a minute. Did Mike Rounds, Senator Mike Rounds, co-author of the Schumer-Rounds Amendment, just admit to the existence of legacy UFO programs, the control group, and say he didn't want to disrupt them? What? Okay, we've got to talk about this. Get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like, please subscribe, please share on social media, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Oh, and if you wanted to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, please consider becoming a channel member. See the first link in the description below. Okay, let's just get right to it. This is from an interview with Matt Laszlo. There's no video, so just listen to this really intriguing and thought-provoking interview.
Last week, NASA announces this new office of U.A.P. But at first they said, we're not going to name the director publicly. What did you... I kind of took that as a...
That kind of surprised me.
Right?
Yeah. I wasn't sure why they would do that. So
and then they quickly brought it back.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that.
The sound and fury. I imagine they opened up.
Well, look, we can have discussions about UAPs, and I think most people are more than willing. My concern from the Department of Defense is I just don't simply want our ongoing programs disrupted or limited because of additional scrutiny on what we are doing and what our adversaries are doing in some very unique programs. Mm-hmm. And these aren't new types of programs. These are the types of programs that have always existed. Stealth is a good example.
Are you glad NASA is now taking this seriously and going to work with Pentagon?
I don't know if they're simply responding to public interest. I have not had an opportunity to talk to the NASA administrator about it.
Oh, you never worked with Nelson?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I worked with him for...
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was a ranking member on the subcommittee for cyber. So, no, we go back. I just haven't seen him to have a conversation.
You got a day job? Yeah. I've heard some whispers that the House and the NDAA might try to take out some of the UAP language.
Haven't heard anything at all.
Premature for that.
Haven't heard anything. Yeah. We'll get into conference, then we'll sit down and work.
Yeah.
Maybe some of the items once they hear the logic behind it, maybe they'll come around on it.
But especially your measure with Schumer. Well, Schumer's going to fight for that one.
Well, this is one that I just simply don't want to lose whatever historical data we've got out there, and just by happenstance and have it lost in a warehouse someplace, or lost in a filing cabinet someplace, or just simply misplaced. So it'd be better if we directed that data on this particular item of interest be put into a single filing location.
Do you think the Senate has a really strong case to make to the House?
I hope so. I mean, at least let's focus on this so that folks that do have a concern about it, we can at least show them a place where they can go to get good information on some of this stuff.
Yep. Appreciate that.
That's it. Yep, you bet. Have a good one.
Okay, the audio wasn't great on that one. I hope you can make it out. But Senator Rounds is saying that he doesn't want ongoing programs disrupted by additional scrutiny, seemingly referring to the Schumer-Rounds Amendment, although he is also addressing NASA and their UFO press conference as well. It's unclear how much he's talking about NASA's UFO efforts, or if he's talking about the Schumer-Rounds Amendment. But since NASA isn't doing jack, I'm assuming he's talking about the Schumer-Rounds Amendment, which he is the co-author of. And the co-author of the Schumer-Rounds Amendment, which is hopefully our silver bullet to getting to the bottom of all this and prying open the chinks of the armor of the control group and getting to the juicy UFO nuggets beneath. Well, the author of that is saying he doesn't want to disrupt the legacy UFO programs. Well, what? That is really, really alarming. And then he goes on to say that he wants everything. He doesn't want any records lost or whatever. So he wants everything all centralized. He wants all records brought into one place under the gatekeeping committee's purview, or the his purview potentially. I don't know exactly whose purview that would fall under. I'm assuming the gatekeeping committee, but I don't know if that's the ultimate authority that would be established by the Schumer-Rounds Amendment or not. We don't even have the final language of the amendment. I'm going to talk about that more in a video coming out tomorrow. This is a disturbing sign by Senator Rounds. In my mind, he doesn't, yeah. So what does that mean that he doesn't want existing programs disrupted? You know, he says, oh, things like the stealth. Are these black budget craft, would they really be disrupted? Those programs developing our next generation stealth fighters and the like, really be disrupted by scrutiny into UFO programs? I mean, I can see a case made for that, and I can see how, you know, they might have to address some questions, and they're going to have people poking and prying into them potentially, because that's where a lot of this stuff is buried, is in the black projects, squirreled away in a black project of a black project of a black project, and the like. So yeah, they probably would face some scrutiny, because people do have to find out where this stuff is located. But man, that's just the breaks. That's what we've got to do. That's the only way forward. And he's saying he's not willing to proceed along that path, or at least he doesn't want them to be disrupted. You know, I can see an argument made for maybe them not being disrupted more than necessary, so they can continue to create our next generation fighters and drones and God knows what else they're doing. But at the same time, maybe some of those programs could use a little scrutiny. So who is Mike Rounds? Well, he's this fella right here. Mike Rounds is an American businessman and politician serving as the junior United States Senator from South Dakota since 2015. A member of the Republican Party, he served as the 31st governor of South Dakota from 2003 to 2011. Rounds was raised in Pierre, South Dakota. He attended South Dakota, yada, yada, yada. He seems like a very safe establishment figure, probably very comfortable in the swamp. Okay, here are some of his contributors. Equipment, Leasing and Finance, Heartland Values, PAC, Zurich Insurance Group, National Association of Mutual Insurance Companies, American Property Casual, Leadership PAC, Security and Investment. So, you know, we're not seeing any contractors. We're not seeing a Lockheed Martin or Boeing or any of those guys that he is in service to. So that's a little bit encouraging. So I don't know where he's coming from exactly, not wanting to scrutinize these black budget programs too much. Maybe he's sincerely motivated and just doesn't think that should happen. Maybe he sincerely believes that would be detrimental to the creation of new advanced aircraft and the like. But it's not an encouraging sign, at least I don't think it is, for the co-author of the Schumer-Rounds Amendment to be against transparency, or at least that's kind of what it sounds like. And I don't like the idea of somebody like that wanting to centralize all this information. That would establish whoever is in control of that information as the ultimate authority on all things UFO related in the government purview. That would be an astounding amount of power and an extremely, extremely important person or group of people if it's the gatekeeping committee. If that's the gatekeeping committee, I have a little more faith because, you know, Danny Sheehan is very pro-transparency. He's very against corruption and all of that stuff. So I do have more faith than I might otherwise in the gatekeeping committee. So I hope if this information does get centralized, that's who would do it. However, you know, if this is going to be some sort of permanent body, Danny Sheehan's people may come and go, but in the future, people that are not pro-disclosure or pro-transparency may come into power. And we may not want them in power over this very centralized information. Either way, a very interesting story. I don't know what to make of it, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and look for my video tomorrow morning, again talking about the Schumer Rounds Amendment and some other really juicy nuggets. So I'll see you then, and this is Jack with Cosmic Road. Please hit like, please subscribe, please smash the bell to be notified of future videos, because you don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media. There's Facebook and Twitter links below. I would love to see you guys there. If you wanted to share this video on social media, that would be super groovy. I would really appreciate that. And if you wanted to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, please consider becoming a channel member. See the first link in the description below. Channel members are rock stars, and I really appreciate you guys' support. Thank you so much. Meanwhile, there's plenty of other videos to check out on the channel, and I'll see you next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road signing out.